Hello there and welcome back to the channel, where today I've come here to Morecambe on the Lancashire coast to check out this seaside town. As you can see behind me, we have got the winter gardens here along the seafront. We're going to check that out in this video along with some other things, as well as looking at some of Morecambe's previous attractions. We're also going to take a look at the Eric Morecambe statue, and I'm going to head down the road to check out Happy Man Park. So come and join me as I check out Morecambe. And we're going to start today's video looking at this blue wall right in front of me. Not necessarily what's on the wall and the blue wall itself, but more so what was behind it many years ago, because for quite a number of years back in the 20th century, this was home to Morecambe's Pleasure Park, or as it was known later on in its life, Frontierland. It was owned by the Thompson family, who also now run Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and they also used to run Southport Pleasureland. I believe they bought the site back in the 1930s, and they operated it right up until 1999. And in the 90s, this place received quite a major ride, probably one of the biggest rides it ever had, and an icon of Morecambe. It stood for many years. It was the Polo Tower. Now, the ride used to operate at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It stood right about where I'm holding the camera now, and it used to go right up there, themed to a giant polo minpaque. And it stood here, despite the park closing in 1999, it was here right up until 2017, so it was used as a phone mast, and then it stood there. Probably didn't look the best, looked a bit of an eyesore, I guess. I never saw it myself. However, it did stand until 2017. But yes, this was where Morecambe Pleasure Park, or as it was later known, Frontierland, used to stand. Unfortunately, nothing has happened to the site since. It's been, what, nearly 25 years? Well, it has been 25 years since the place closed. And here we are, right around the corner, checking out what is left of Frontierland. Not a lot is left now. It has been 25 years since it was closed, but we do have this little fence. I'm guessing this was here from the Pleasure Park, and I'm going to turn the camera see through here. Not a lot left. There used to be a log flume over here. That was probably the last ride remaining. You can still see a little bit of the concrete through the fences there. Over in that direction, you did have the wooden roller coaster, the Texas Tornado, or as it was originally known, the Cyclone. And then over here, up until a few years ago, there was the Crazy Horse Saloon, I believe it was called. It was the pub that stayed longer after the park did close, and that was over here, but that was destroyed by a fire. You can tell the fence is a little bit different where that was. And over there, of course, as I did say, was where the Polo Tower was. But yes, if you've got any memories of Frontierland, do let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know what memories you do have. And then over in the distance, there is a Morrison's and an Audi. That did take over a little bit of the site. Yeah, most of it is just rubble, as we can see here. Nothing's been done for, what, a quarter of a century, yeah. I wonder what will happen, if anything, in the future. And just before I make my way down towards the Midland Hotel, across the way from where Frontierland was, there are some small remnants of what used to be. We've got these little murals built into the walls here on the front. There used to be a big wheel. I believe that didn't last very long, but that is depicted here. You've also got the water tower. Used to be at the front. That used to be around about there where I'm pointing. That used to stand there. You've also got some of the buildings. That was, I believe, the pub that was still standing. Yeah, you can see it there. All the Western style buildings that were used for when it was Frontierland. And there is a few more if we go down here. Just going to avoid the dog, and we're going to have a look. Yes, as I did say, that is what the Polo Tower used to look like, minus the Polo Mint brand in there. That used to be a Blackpool Pleasure Beach, as I did say, as the Space Tower. It was around about where the new gyro swing is going to go. If you're a fan of the Pleasure Beach, you'll know they have just recently announced that. It stood around about there, around about where Infusion is, just off to the left there. That's where about it was in the Pleasure Beach. And yeah, we've got some more of the buildings. And then an old jet ride. I believe that was here when it was Morecambe Pleasure Park. I'm not too sure if they had it when it was as Frontierland. Yeah, it's still depicted here. So yeah, there's still a little remnant of Morecambe Pleasure Park and Frontierland here on the front, just in front of where it used to be. So yeah, you can check this out if you do come to Morecambe. It's an alright day here in Morecambe today. The sun isn't out, but it's not raining, so it could be a lot worse. And I've got to say, the beach here is absolutely fantastic. It goes on for miles in that direction. I bet on a nice summer's day, it does look stunning. I haven't been in Morecambe for about 7 years. Last time I was here was 2018, so it's nice to be back. It took me about 2 hours to get here from Wrexham, so not too bad. It's just up from Blackpool if you're looking at the map of the United Kingdom. And it is a nice seaside town. It's not got a lot going on, but if you just want to come here for a nice walk, see a few little bits as I'm going to show you later on in the video, I would recommend it. But as I did say, we're going to check out the Midland Hotel. But first, I just want to take a look over here. I want to check out the Stone Jetty, because this has quite the history here in Morecambe. It dates back nearly 200 years. So yes, as I walk the lovely beach, it's a bit of a sand beach, and it's also a stone beach over there. you can see the railway station over there in that direction. It's now a pub, I believe it's a Green King pub. I was going to say Wetherspoons, it's not Wetherspoons, I believe it's a Green King. And it was used as a railway station between 1907 and 1994. They have got a new train station since, I believe it's just around the corner from there. Yeah, that is now a Green King pub. I have been in there before, and it is quite a nice pub, so I would recommend it if you do come to Morecambe. There is the Midland Hotel. We'll check a look at the frontage of that in a little bit, but first, as I did say, we're looking at the Stone Jetty. Now, this dates back to 1853, and its original use was by the North Western Railway Company to transport cargo from the boats. The boats would have come in from that direction. They would have come from all sorts of places, and then they would have put trains, and there would have been train tracks along there. They would put the cargo, and then it would have been transported into Morecambe and the surrounding areas. But yeah, I'm going to take a walk down here. We're going to have a look. I believe that building there we can see, I'm going to zoom in for you, that's a lighthouse, and it was also used back in the 1800s for the cargo. It's fascinating how, history and buildings from there, they still exist, and there is a lot of history in Morecambe that's still on display, which is good for this video because I'm going to show you as much as I can. And once again, a look at Morecambe Beach, a lovely beach here in Morecambe. And as I did say, we're going to look at this Stone Jetty. There is a cafe down there where the lighthouse is. I believe it is open. Yes, I've got the cafe open signs out, so that I'm guessing that is open during off-peak. We are in the off-peak season here in Morecambe. It's currently a Wednesday in the middle of March. But I wanted to show you these. You've got some lovely seagull statues here. There's a few of these dotted about. You've got another one over there on the little building there. You've got a few down there as well. There's one on the perch over there. So yeah, it's a nice little area of Morecambe. As I do pan to my right, we have got, as with any seaside town, we do have the RNLI Centre. But yeah, it's a lovely part of Morecambe. Do get yourselves down here if you do get the chance. I mean, it's took me, 2 hours to get here? Not too bad. The roads were all right coming from Wrexham, as I did say. It is a Wednesday. It's fairly early in the morning. I thought I'd get here, show you what is on offer. But as I've been saying for quite a little bit of time, we're going to take a look now at the front of the Midland Hotel, a lovely Art Deco building. And here we have the front of the Midland Hotel here on Morecambe Seafront. Since I was a kid, I've always loved old-style buildings, any old-fashioned bits of history. I've always loved it, and I've always loved the Art Deco architecture that you do still get on some historic buildings, and this is a perfect example of them. As you can see right at the top, you do have 2 seagulls there. I believe they still use them on the logo for the hotel. I haven't stayed here myself, however, I wouldn't mind staying here. I do believe that there is some videos on YouTube, and I'm sure there's plenty of reviews and photos showing you what it does look like inside. But yeah, here's a look at the front of the hotel. It doesn't look in the best condition, I'll be honest. I mean, the sea weather has definitely got to it. You can tell that when it's heyday, this would have been pure white. Yeah, it's not looking the best, but still, I'll let them off. It costs a lot of money to paint stuff like this. Yeah, it still looks very nice, and it's good to see the history has been kept here in Morecambe. But it's coming up to 10:30 now. I'm going to stop for Potmaster because that's the Lower Kembrys, and then after that, I'm going to head down towards, as I did say earlier, to the Winter Gardens. And we're also going to check out a statue of Morecambe's most famous son. But yeah, it's time to stop for Potmaster. So there we go then, I have just stopped for Potmaster. Did rather well today. I managed to get 3 of the first bonus questions correct, which is ironic because this time last year, when I was actually on Potmaster, I didn't get a single one right up the 3 bonus questions there, but I managed to do it today. You've got to stop for Potmaster, haven't you? It's the Lower Kembrys song, Greatest Hits Radio. But I'm back here now taking a look around Morecambe, and where I'm standing right now, I believe this used to be a Lido. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it's this massive space in the middle of Morecambe. And in a few years' time, I believe this is going to be where the Eden Project North is going to go. The same people who've got the Eden Project down in Cornwall, they want to build one right up here in the north of England. And it's going to go, hopefully, around about here. They've been talking about it for quite a few years. It's been on the news numerous times for probably the last 10 years or so. But you've got this massive space. I know they've used it recently for fun fairs and stuff like that. But hopefully, soon, it's going to be home to a massive Eden Project. You'll have the big glass domes hanging up here with all different plants. I haven't been to the Eden Project in Cornwall, but I'm guessing it'll be similar to what I've seen on photos and videos down there. Yeah, you've got loads of space to work with. It'll probably cost millions, but it will probably be worth it in the long run because it'll get people here to Morecambe. I'll be honest, there's not a lot to attract people to Morecambe if you're looking for things to do. However, if you get this here, loads more people are going to want to come here to Morecambe. They're going to come and see what's here, and obviously the new Eden Project. But yeah, it's a massive space. You've got all different, like Art Deco, I suppose. paintings on the side. I think these are fairly recent. You've got a little, not sure what that is that a hut or something over there? Not too sure, but yeah, you've got loads of room to work with, and hopefully, yeah, won't be too long before we're standing here seeing a new Eden project for the north. Yeah, there is so much room for them to work with here in Morecambe for the new Eden project. They'll probably remove all these different bits, but it'll revitalise the town, it'll revitalise the seafront, and that's surely a good thing. We like to see these seaside towns getting the investment they deserve, because a lot of them, they are going downhill, sadly. I don't like to say, but it is the truth. So yeah, anything that gets people back here, I support it fully. But we're just going to take a look now at some of the buildings along the front. You've got an amusement there. There isn't that many arcades along the front. There's about 3, I believe. Another one being right there next to the Winter Gardens that we're going to take a look at in a minute, that being Pleasureland. But over here, you've got a few more Art Deco buildings. And the one on the right, I believe that used to be a Woolworths. Remember Woolworths? There used to be one in real as well. I showed you that in the video that I did in real the other month. If you haven't seen it, do check that video out. It's here on the channel. But yeah, that used to be a Woolworths. Then it was a B&M. I remember it being a B&M the last time I was here. But now it's a Ultimate Laser Tag Adventure. Got a few of them popping up around the country. But yeah, it's nice to see the building still in use. And it's nice to see it still standing. So here we have it right behind me. It is Morecambe's Winter Gardens. Now this building dates back to 1897 and it's got a full capacity of 2,500. I know it hasn't had that though for quite a while. There has been a lot of refurbishment and investment into this building over the last few years. I have been following it on social media. They're on Twitter, I believe they're also on Facebook, and they've put a lot of effort. There's been a lot of grants, a lot of funding that has been used to restore this building back to what it used to be, which I think is brilliant. I love anything old-fashioned, anything seaside town, anything to do with entertainment or theatre. I absolutely love, and it's great to see that they have kept this building here in Morecambe and they are doing their best to try and get it restored to its full capacity. It isn't at full capacity at the moment, but they are still having shows and concerts on throughout the year. If you go on their website, I'll leave a link in the description to it. They have got a full calendar of things that are going on throughout the year. And they do also do tours, I believe, and you can go in and you can donate and have a look around the building. It's not open today, as I did say. It is an off-peak Wednesday here in the middle of March. But if it was open, I would go in. I would go and check it out. I do want to do it at one point. I'll have to come back at some point, and maybe in the summer, and check it out. But yeah, it's a lovely building behind me, dating back to the 1890s. Yeah, I'm just going to take a little look closer. I believe on the gate over there, you've got a few little detailings. But yeah, Morecambe Winter Gardens, it's still here. If you get the chance to come to Morecambe, show them your support. If there's a concert or a gig, do check it out. But if not, if they are doing the tours or they're open for an open day, you can check out. Do go in, do check it out and show them your support. And here it is, a closer look at the building. Great architecture here on the Winter Gardens. As you can see, it's all been restored. It's all looking fresh. That's what we want to see. Yeah, it isn't open today. However, we do have the Winter Gardens frontage there as well. Lovely building. Do come and check it out if you're here in Morecambe. One of the hidden gems of Morecambe is Happy Man Park. Now, I did travel to the park. I was going to film inside. However, when I got there was problems with the car parking. So I thought I'll leave it. And instead, what I'll do is I'll overlay some images about the place as I talk about it. Now, this park dates back to the 1920s. It's still operating today. It's got a little park. It's got a train round it. It's got a little splash park as well. There's a lot for the kids as well, but it's just a general nice park that you can walk in. It's free admission, and it's there towards, I'd say, not on the outskirts of Morecambe. It's still on the seafront, but it's not in the main centre with the Winter Gardens and stuff like that. But a fascinating fact for you, at one point this was a Mr. Blobby theme park. Yes, back in 1994, it was Noel Edmonds' World of Crinkly Bottom. Obviously, that was when Noel's house party was at its height on BBC TV. Millions of people were watching it. And it was around that time where a few different parks, I believe, Pleasurewood Hills down in Lowestoft, and also Cricket St Thomas, they also had Mr. Blobby theme parks, and they had Mr. Blobby's house. You can go on YouTube and there's loads of videos of it from when it was operated and also when it was abandoned. But the site in Morecambe, it didn't last long. It opened on July 30th of 1994, but because of legal and financial disputes, it closed in the November of that year as well. So it didn't last long. However, if you want to know where the Mr. Blobby theme park was in Morecambe, it was at Happy Mount Park. And of course, the main attraction here in Morecambe has got to be the statue of arguably its most famous son, that being of Eric Morecambe, one half of the comedy duo Morecambe and Wise, who were massive back in their day, a little bit before my time, but I am, of course, aware of them. And that statue of Eric has been here since 1999. To prove how popular it still is, I did want to get a little video of me with the statue. However, there was a massive queue, so I only managed to get a quick selfie with him. But yeah, there was a queue of people still, even on a day like this, people wanting to get their foot with him, say hello to one of the greats of comedy. Yeah, that is located just in the middle of Morecambe seafront, a little bit off to the left of the Winter Gardens. Yeah, there we go. That does round up my little trip to Morecambe. I'm going to head home now, and we're going to wrap up the video. Back home then now, after a nice trip to Morecambe. Good to get back there. First time I've been back there in around about 7 years. Yeah, I think it was 2018. Around about May that year that I was last there. So it's nice to get back there and to check out what is on offer there for the channel. I would recommend going if you want to go for a nice walk or just something to do, if you want to tick it off your seaside bucket list. But in terms of attractions and things to do, yeah, there isn't a lot, I'll be honest. You've got the Winter Gardens, and that's about it. Obviously, you've got things on throughout the year there. You've also got Happy Mount Park there. They do have things on, I know, events throughout the year as well. So yeah, but apart from them two, there isn't a lot going on. But in fairness to them, it's a nice part of the world. I spent a good couple of hours there. Went for a little run as well whilst I was there. But yeah, Morecambe, it's all right. It's not the best, but it's certainly not the worst as well. But thanks very much for watching this video, again, on the channel. Loving doing these videos from all different seaside towns. And there's more to come, coming up soon. In about a month's time, I'm going to be back in Skegness. We're going to have a video there from the Haven site. And hopefully there'll be a few more throughout the year. But thanks very much for watching. Do consider liking and do consider subscribing. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.